Time. His name is...
I think they're just having a chat about who actually won the toss.
And I think the umpire's just asking the Indian girls to be 5 yards to start the ball there.
So the gold medal game is underway here at the Hockey Centre, and you would expect the girls just to get a quick touch in this opening minute or so, just to get the feel for it. And Emily Halliday takes it, slaps it straight down the middle. Karen Smith, Nilima takes it for India. Sideways delivery is good to the running Sangai. And now wider. This is Manta. Tries to get it inside the circle. Stolen by Melanie Twitt. Angie Skirving takes it outside the 25. Sarah Taylor is there for Australia in defence. And what a story she is, Sarah Taylor. Her brother Ben and her uncle Ron both played international hockey for Australia. And here she is with a chance to win a gold medal herself. Inside the attacking 25. Nice ball to Beattie. Rolls it inside the circle. Australia a chance here early. They get a penalty corner in the opening minute.
Well, great play there by Wendy Beattie. She played a big part in the first game against India of this tournament, Dwayne, where she actually scored a goal within the first 30 seconds. But we can see here, just winning the free hit there. Just catching the, it's just a stick check on Wendy Beattie there. So great work from her, and the Australian girls will line up for their first penalty corner only 2 minutes into the game.
She's a great story as well, Wendy Beattie. She was on standby for the Commonwealth Games in Manchester. She was on standby for the Olympics in Athens and didn't get a call up for either. So she will be looking for a gold medal here, and Australia looking for a goal to open. Skirving waiting, the ball trapped. Angie Skirving the shot, shoots, save, not clear. Good bit of goalkeeping again, knocked outside the circle. Beck Sanders on the attacking 25 for Australia. Still Beck Sanders working hard, and the ball knocked away, but a nice save to start there for India to get away with it.
Yeah, certainly great save there for the Indian girls, and the corner just looking for the variation. I think the Australian girls through Susie Faulkner, so good to see that they're certainly putting the Indians under pressure nice and early in this game.
India to take it from their defensive 25. Rajwinder Kaur gets it to the sideline. It was off an Australian stick, so Rajwinder will take it again. Australia has gone with Rachel Imeson in goal. The Victorian from the VIS Vipers has been given the opportunity ahead of Tony Cronk. It was kind of expected, but Tony Cronk has been a pretty good performer. She's been swapping with Rachel Imeson in goal for the last couple of tournaments. They swapped to the Champions Trophy in Canberra late last year, and they've been swapping here. But Rachel Imeson, the Victorian, on the home pitch, gets a chance in goal to start with. This is Subhadra, a 19-year-old for India, and they've got a young team, India, with a surprise gold medalist in Manchester when they won in 2002. Australia surprisingly knocked out there and would have been a little bit disappointed with their bronze, even though we saw earlier today England very, very happy to win their bronze in this tournament. So Nicole Arrell steals it. And a stick check, it'll be India's ball from their defence.
Well, both these teams, Dwayne, have really improved since the first game that they played of this tournament. The Indians are always very creative in their attacking play, and the Australian girls handling the ball a lot better now late in the tournament leading into this game as well.
Surinder can't control it. It's off her stick, and Emily Halliday will be allowed to take it in defence for Australia. She can come to Angie Skirving, who gets a little bit of pressure put on her. Now releases to Sarah Taylor. Takes it nicely, past Mamta. Sarah Taylor tries to get it to halfway. Second chance she does. Knocked away from her. Sangai, nice release. Back to Sangai, the 1-2. Melanie Twitts with Sangai. Lost stick. Ball still alive, top of the circle. India pushing here. Emily Halliday, she's been solid in defence for the whole tournament for Australia, and she relieves the pressure here. It might come back quickly, though. It's a high ball. It's ricocheted, and it's going to be India's ball. India putting some pressure on Australia. 5 minutes elapsed in this gold medal game. Off the foot of Wendy Beattie, and it'll be India's free hit just outside the circle. So danger here for Australia.
Australia have all their numbers back in defence here, Dwayne. No one outside the 25 defensive area for Australia.
Asunta, get this inside the circle. She rifles it inside the circle. Australia, plenty of players there. Penalty corner for India.
Well, great ball there by Asunta. She has a very deceptive pass, Dwayne. She looks as if she's going to pass it one way, and the ball is delivered in a different direction, as you can see there. Just a feint that she's given, and the ball's just been raised there. So a penalty corner for the Indian girls.
So 5 Australian defenders allowed behind the goal line, including the goalkeeper. The ball needs to be pushed outside the circle. It'll be brought back in for the shot. It's worked backwards. The shot comes, and it's an illegal shot.
Great work there by Angie Skirving, really putting the Indians under pressure. She was given a third man obstruction there. but the Indians were looking for just a variation that worked well against the Australian girls in the first game. The Australian girls have only had 2 goals scored against them in this tournament, Dwayne. Both those goals coming from India in the first game. As you can see here, the variation and great save there.
India actually had Australia on the ropes. They took a 2-1 lead in that opening game, so they know how to score against Australia. In fact, the last time they played these two teams before that opening game here at the Commonwealth Games, it was a draw. It was a 2-all draw, and Australia won it in a penalty shootout. Ball slapped inside the circle. Melanie Twitt there. Rolls it past Sarah Taylor, and it'll be India's ball from the side. Melanie Twitt, who has contemplated whether she'll go on after this year and continue playing for Australia. She's been a great performer, Melanie Twitt, 163rd international, and here she is again, trying to hassle Sangai, and it's going to be Australia's ball. Melanie Twitt to take it. Wide to Taylor, under pressure from behind. It's impeded, not happy with the call. And it's Australia's ball from the side.
Well, the pace is fairly quick, as you would expect already, Dwayne. There'll certainly be a certain amount of nerves with both teams here.
But Donna Blythe tries to rip the ball to Sarah Taylor. It's Australia's free hit. Still 0-0. Played 7 minutes. Opening half. Gold medal game. Sarah Taylor inside the circle. Nikki Hudson was waiting for it. So was Hollywood. Neither could get near it. Mamta down the side. Across the defensive 25. And nice piece of work by Mamta, who was the hero in Manchester. Mamta Karb, the number 10 for India. She went from being just 1 in a million 19-year-olds in India to the one in the million when she scored that golden goal to secure the gold medal in Manchester. And she is now a face that every hockey player in India knows. Mamta Karb, the number 10, and she might have an influence again this afternoon. Ball out of play, and it's Australia's ball from the side. Skirving.
Great ball.
To Arrold, stolen from Arrold. Jasjeet working hard. It's India's ball, and they take it quickly. Sangai working down the side is Subhadra. Inside the circle, penalty corner for India.
Well, great work there by India, certainly getting the ball from their right-hand side. Just the overlapping player coming in there. The captain Tete just coming around on the right-hand side. The ball being slapped inside the circle and just catching the foot of Angie Skirving there. So India again taking their second penalty corner of the game.
Tete starting on the bench, the captain for India, which is a surprise, but she's on now. And Jasjeet and also Rajvinder lining up to maybe get the shot away here. Rajvinder shoots, saved by Imerson, not clear. And they can breathe a sigh of relief, Australia.
Well, great work there by Nick Harrell there on the post, making another crucial save for the Australian girls, along with Rachel Imerson working very hard.
Sangai as well, working hard for India. Just 45 kilograms is Sangai Mamam, which is very, very light. 25-year-old, and very easily pushed off the ball. These Australians have been working hard in the weight room. Here she is again, Sangai. Little bit quick. Inside the circle, across the face of goal, and it's out of play. So 26 minutes left in the opening half of this gold medal game between Australia and India. It's Australia 0, India 0. Welcome back to the Hockey Centre. We're 12 minutes in, opening half of this gold medal game, and India almost taking the lead through Saba.
They did, just missing a great opportunity there for them. But I tell you what, Dwayne, the Indian girls have really got the Australian defence under a huge amount of pressure.
These two teams, the winners of the last two Commonwealth Games, gold medals in Kuala Lumpur and Manchester. Good break here for Nikki Hudson. Gets it through the 25, takes it to the circle, and just grabbed by Nilima. Still Australia with Sarah Taylor there. Nilima working hard with Subhadra. And Subhadra, the 19-year-old, gets it out of the area. It might come back quickly. Kobe McGurk was off her body. And it's going to be Australia's free hit.
Great work there by Kobe McGurk. She's played very well in this tournament, Dwayne. One of the newcomers to the Hockey Roos, and has certainly just stepped into this team very well and is very comfortable in deep defence. So she certainly will play a big part again here today. Frank Murray just having a chat to Angie Skirving there, just bought her off Angie, one of our more experienced defenders, just giving her a few points probably for the defenders as to how we can try and get a bit more composure through our midfield. And we'll see her probably come back onto the pitch very soon with those instructions to the rest of the girls.
Chance for Taylor to Nikki Hudson, who's been a star, long-time star. Takes it to the corner for Australia. Might try and work it along the back line, gets caught up in the leg. It's a free hit, and it's a penalty corner for Australia. It's not just a free hit.
Well, a penalty corner being given there to Nikki Hudson in the corner. I believe the Indian defender just Nilama involved there with the trip, and then just going to ground there, number 7 in Sabatra. So against her for deliberately breaching just in front of Nikki Hudson there inside the circle. So again, the Australians will look for it to Emily Halliday to put one away here for them.
Helen in goal for India. Beck Sanders to push. Karen Smith the trap. Halliday and Hudson lining up for the shot. Halliday shoots wide. And it didn't take an Indian deflection. It's not Australia's ball. It's going to be India's ball. Just pushed it wide.
Well, the Australian girls, I think, Dwayne, were looking for the deflection there. We can see from the replay here, Emily Halliday coming in. Wendy Alcorn just missing the deflection there, but certainly a variation they were looking for. So
McGurk fires it into Beattie. Wendy Beattie. Now Sarah Taylor. 4 Indian defenders to get past. Comes back to McGurk, who might come to the open side. Kobe McGurk, a bit of stick work. Almost stolen by Sungai. Free hit for McGurk to Taylor, to Beattie. Not impeded. Plays on. And it's going to be India's ball. Wendy Beattie working hard for Australia. Played under a maiden name Alcorn at the recent Champions Trophy. Has been married over the new year. Wendy Beattie, as we said, looking for a gold medal here after being a standby replacement player in the Commonwealth Games in Manchester and in Athens, but not getting the call up and being disappointed. And a good opportunity here for her to get a gold medal as well. Rajvinder to take it for India. 1-2 with Canty. Rajvinder rolls it all the way back to the defensive 25. This is Nilama. Pursued by Beattie. Rolls it wide. Canty under pressure. Almost stolen. Rajvinder. And now Sungai. Across halfway. Blythe was working hard. Madonna Blythe couldn't steal it. Stick check against McGurk. And McGurk's going to be spoken to by the umpire. Might get a card here.
Yeah, just Kobe McGurk just tapping, giving the ball a slight little tap away there as she was retreating back from the ball, Dwayne. So the umpire there just giving her a warning. You must not interfere with the ball as you retreat from a free hit.
So a green card's just a warning. If it was yellow, she would have been off for at least 5 minutes. Kobe McGurk playing in her first Commonwealth Games and first really big tournament, considering she hasn't been to the Olympics either, but she's been grand during this tournament. Nice ball to Karen Smith on the attacking 25 for Australia. Wants to come to the open side. Madonna Blythe inside the circle, and they can't work it for a shot at goal. It's India's ball.
Well, Wendy Beattie and Nikki Hudson just both staying up there in our attacking area, putting the Indian defenders under a fair amount of pressure. And a great ball there from Madonna Blythe. And we see the Indians now just trying to work the ball out. The Australian girls are being able to put them under a little bit more pressure, which is good to see.
Mumta down the side. Nice ball. Releases Saba, who had that shot earlier and just pushed it wide of the post. Back to Sungai from Saba's stick. Kate Hollywood's there to put the pressure on. Ball rolled inside the circle. Danger for Australia here. Penalty corner.
Yeah, stick check there by Emily Halliday, just inside the circle there. And a penalty corner has been given to them, as you can see here. Just Emily Halliday just catching the stick there on Saba. So the Australians will go back and defend their third penalty corner for the game.
And the Indian girls get together and decide which of the 5 or 6 plays they might go with. Rajvinder and Jasjeet lining up to have the shot. And they'll be rushed by the Australian defenders. Rajvinder gets the shot away, saved by Imerson. Ball still alive inside the circle. Australia's free hit. They take it quickly, roll it all the way to halfway. Big bump by Beattie and Canty, and they're both hurt, and we might get a slight delay here. 18 minutes to go to half-time in this gold medal game between Australia and India. Australia 0, India 0. We're 15 minutes away from half-time here in the opening half of this gold medal game between Australia and India. India have been very, very impressive. They haven't been able to translate it onto the scoreboard, but another green card, a warning for Angie Skirving.
Yeah, just Frank Murray there, the coach on the bench, getting a little bit frustrated with the umpiring at this stage. But we've seen a couple of cards early in this game, Dwayne. It's a fairly physical game, as we would expect. A lot of tension involved as well. So the umpires just making their stance nice and early in the game.
Susie Faulkner, who turned 27 last week, working the ball. Miss April in the Hockey Australia calendar, Susie Faulkner, hoping to be the pin-up girl if she can score here for Australia. Working hard.
Great work.
For Australia, Nicole Arrold. 4 goals in the tournament so far, Nicole Arrold. And she has a chance to put it inside the circle. Rolls it back to Halliday. They can hit it hard. Lifts it. Deflection. And does it count?
No.
No. It was lifted. The deflection was there. But there was always the chance, once it was lifted, that it would be disallowed.
Well, Nikki Hudson having a smile on the bench there. I think she thought it was a chance they may have got ahead. You can just see there. The girls up, and then the disappointment of the goal not being allowed. So Australia continue here and stay in their attacking area.
It was Wendy Beattie who thought she hit the winning goal in the Champions Trophy final in Canberra against the Netherlands late last year, and that was disallowed, and Australia ended up losing that Champions Trophy final to the Netherlands on penalties simply because they weren't allowed to keep that goal, and it stays 0-0 here. Angie Skirving working hard, stole it from her. Nice work by Sarita. And it's caught in the face of Nicole Arrold.
Yeah, Sarita just lifting her stick there and giving Nick Arrold a bit of a touch on the way through, as you can see there. Nick Arrold just copping one in the face. Probably Sarita very lucky she didn't get a green card for that one.
Nicole Arrold also playing in her first Commonwealth Games for Australia, and she fights hard here, Nicole Arrold. 4 goals, as we said, for the tournament. She's been very impressive. Wins the free hit, and Australia will have to take it again. Melanie Twitt to take it.
The Australian girls just starting to handle the ball a little bit better, Dwayne. It's been pretty fast-paced in this first 20 minutes of the game, 25 minutes of the game.
And a card here.
And another card coming out here, just a stick check.
Sunta, who gets the card, Sunta Lakra. Take the hockey seriously at junior level in India. Sunta Lakra was a player who was almost forced to have an age verification medical test just to compete at club level in India, because they said with her skills there's no way known she was the age that her birth certificate said. And she was able to convince them. Inside the circle, deflection doesn't come, ball still alive, just outside the circle, and it's worked out nicely. Jasjeet down the sideline, and with her Wendy Beattie, and the ball rolled across. And Saba is about to come on.
Good pressure there by Wendy Beattie. They need to keep putting the pressure on these ball carriers. The girls off the ball need to keep doing the running to make sure every time these Indians have the ball, they are completely under pressure, and just hope for some sort of interception to get the Australians back into attack.
Subhadra down the side. It'll be Australia's ball from their defence. Beck Sanders across to Halliday. Emily Halliday having a look forward to see what's available. Nice work by Angie Skirving, although she nearly loses it. Takes it past 3 Indian defenders. Angie Skirving tries to work it wide to Karen Smith. Missed Karen Smith, and now it opens up for India. They've got some space. Jasjeet across the attacking 25. It's 0-0 in this gold medal match. India a chance to maybe break the deadlock. Outside their attacking circle. Ball knocked clear of Sangai. Good tackle, but it is going to be a free hit for Australia. Angie Skirving.
Good work by Angie Skirving to get back after that tackle. She worked hard to get back in defence and certainly made a good interception there.
Good ball. Nicely played by Sarah Taylor. Madonna Blythe trying to go for the long, hard hit. Sangai waiting for it. Works it clear. Sarita. Ball through her legs. Australia's ball. Kate Hollywood, a young 19-year-old. Kate Hollywood playing for Australia. 20 in May. New addition to this Australian team, and here she is, Kate Hollywood. Nice ball. Blythe. Taylor inside the 25, tries to get it to the corner to Faulkner. Nice ball. Faulkner might try and get a shot away. She tried to roll it back, tried to centre it. It didn't come off. It's still Australia's ball. Yeah,
good ball there by Sarah Taylor to Susie Faulkner. Getting herself in a bit of space there, Suze, but just not being able to control the ball and win a corner for Australia there.
Beck Sanders back inside the 25. Ball worked inside by Arrold. Reverse stick shot from Hudson. She's appealing for a penalty corner. She gets it. Nicole Hudson, well, she asked, she pleaded, she nearly went down on one knee, and she gets the penalty corner for Australia.
Great work there by Nikki Hudson. As we know, she's one of our key strikers in the Australian team. Just getting the ball, not a lot of space to work inside there, Dwayne, and taking the shot and just clipping the foot there of the Indian defender. So just catching Mumta there on the foot, actually. So great work by Nikki there. And keep your eye out here for Angie Skirving. She's had a lot of success on our penalty corners.
Chance for Australia to take the lead. 11 minutes from half-time in this gold medal playoff between Australia and India. It'll be Melanie Twitt to trap. Skirving waiting for it. Hudson there. Skirving shoots. Saved by Helen. Ball locked up in Helen's legs. And it's going to be
another penalty
corner for Australia.
Well, they look quite determined to look for the variations here, the Australian girls. They're looking for the deflections around in front of the goalkeeper. So they tried a couple now. They may choose to go with the direct fling, which I thought they made from Angie Skirving.
Goalkeeper Helen Mary Innocent in goal. Experienced goalkeeper for India. Twitt to trap it. Outside, she rolls it in. Skirving shoots. Saved again. Secondary shot by Faulkner. Saved. Still alive inside the circle. Skirving scrambles. Helen gets there. Cuts it off. Ball rolls clear.
Well, there's desperation everywhere out there, Dwayne. The Australian girls absolutely diving at everything, and the Indian defence putting their body on the line there. But great work by both teams there. The intent to try and get the ball just over the line by the Australians. We see here Angie Skirving putting the ball in. Susie Faulkner, as we've seen her previously, diving herself in front of the net. Again, Angie Skirving diving. Everyone trying to get a stick on it just to get it over the line.
Helen Mary Innocent in goal. And she stood solid. She was replaced as captain controversially before this tournament, replaced by Samurai Tete, who's captain the number 5, but she stood solid there in defence. Helen Mary Innocent, two-time Commonwealth Games player and the gold medal goalkeeper in Manchester. Ball inside the circle. Australia a chance here. It's worked clear, and it'll be Australia's ball from the long corner. Sarah Taylor works it back to Harold. It's off Harold's stick. In fact, it's off Nilima's stick, so Harold will take it from the side for Australia. To Hudson. Gets it inside the circle. She wanted that reverse stick shot. Couldn't get it. More not clear of Walker. Out of their defence with 3 Australians hassling here. Kim Walker. Wide to Susie Faulkner. She's got an open side here to work into. Susie Faulkner might take it to the circle herself. 3 to beat. And it's a free hit for India inside their defensive 25. Nilima, the policewoman, to take it for India. Rolls it outside their defensive 25, but only to the halfway line. Angie Skirving to Kobe McGurk. Back to Angie Skirving. Across halfway. Smith,
Great
nice
ball.
deflection. Kate Hollywood, the 19-year-old, gets it inside the circle. Still a chance. Sarah Taylor, who shoots it wide. Sarah Taylor shoots it wide. So it remains 0-0, 8 minutes from half-time. Gold medal match between Australia and India. Australia 0, India 0. And it's going to be India's ball. It's Australia 0, India 0. We saw the bronze medal playoff go to penalties. And maybe Australia and India might take a little longer to sort this one out as well. Some of the kookaburras in the crowd there, Australia and Pakistan, to play in the men's gold medal match tomorrow.
Good to see them out here. They're certainly supporting the team, and great to see them also in the final tomorrow, Dwayne.
Harold rolls it inside the circle, tried to get it to Taylor. Waiting the way is Subhadra, the 19-year-old for India. Works it through the corner. Asanta got a couple to beat, and Asanta will take the ball from the side for India. I'll work it all the way back, they do. This is Canty. Works in the central railways in India. And it's outside their halfway, so Australia will take it. It was off an Indian stick. Skirving just rifles it toward the attacking 25. Sangai has been impressive in just about every game, and it's been pretty good in the opening half here. Chance here for Walker. Kim Walker inside the circle. Getting in the way and knocking it wide was Rajvinder for India, but it's Australia's ball from the side. Walker again to Hudson. Had it but lost it. Tries to make amends. Still tries to steal it back, but taken away from her by Jasjeet, the 18-year-old. Plenty of youngsters in this Indian team. Canty got a couple to beat here. Beatty and also Karen Smith. And it'll be India's free hit.
Well, good to see the Australian girls. They're really when they are putting these Indian girls under pressure, Dwayne, they're actually going in numbers. So they're making sure that there's 2 Australian girls around the ball each time so they can double team the Indians and try and make the steal where possible.
Emily Halliday, nice ball to Wendy Beatty. Gets it past Canty, takes it to the 25. It's off her shin. And it'll be India's ball. Wendy Beattie is working hard for Australia. It's been a good performer in this tournament as well. Rajwinder hacks it out and unable to control it for India was Saba. And Angie Skirving to take the free hit for Australia. Walker. Tasmanian gets it wide. Kobe McGurk. Danger. Kobe McGurk.
Just looking to go back to Emily Halliday then. Didn't realise that Emily was manned up with Mamta there. So the Indians just having one or two high and the rest being very defensive here.
Walker to Hollywood. Now the build up to Hudson. Across the 25. Australia pushing here to try and take the lead. India with players back. Taken across the back line by Subhadra. It's a long corner for Australia.
No,
in fact, it's not.
They've actually given a 16-yard hit there. Just a stick check on Nikki Hudson, I believe, there, which has enabled the Indians to regain possession.
Down the side, Jazji.
Not for too long there, Dwayne. The Australian girls have it back already.
Kobe McGurk. Emily Halliday. Back towards the 25. Unable to trap it, Walker. And once again, Sangai, who's been a great performer, tries to get it to the halfway. It's a free hit for India. Inside 4 minutes to half-time. Full house here. And a little bit of stunned silence at the moment. Australia being beaten, even though not on the scoreboard, but they've had more attacks to defend. India have had the ball in their half more often. And the ball rolled to the corner a little wide. And with 3.5 minutes to half-time in this gold medal match, Australia will take it from their defence.
Well, this is what can happen, Dwayne, particularly when teams like India play against the quality of teams like Australia. They know that they won't get the amount of circle penetrations or the attacking opportunities as the Australians will. So they will take their time to certainly have their attack, and they will make the most of it when they do. So they may only attack a few times in the game, but will often get a better return for the amount of times they've been there.
Subhadra Pradhan. Nice little ball wide. Down the side, the attempt from Surinder. And Surinder for India, this week's hero. She scored the goal 8 minutes from time in the semi-final win over New Zealand. She broke the deadlock. It was 0-0, 8 minutes to play. She found the back of the net and has sent India into this gold medal match against Australia. Surinder Kaur. Australia get it back. Nice ball by McGurk to Melanie Twit. Takes it across halfway. Pushed. Play on. Sangai's taken it back. There's a 3-on-3 here for India. Sangai's got Mamta one side. Knocked away from her. Still Surinder. She gets it wider. Inside the circle. Shot comes. And it's off the Indian stick. Australia's ball. 2 minutes from half-time.
Well, certainly I think the Australian girls probably need to just try and get more numbers through the midfield. Melanie Twit there just being a little bit isolated in the middle. Just not getting hold of the ball as well as she would have liked, and really putting herself, basically was put under the pump herself to try and get back and get some numbers in the defensive area. But I think one of the things the Australians did very well the other day, Dwayne, was they started to work much harder off the ball through the midfield against the Indians, and that was something that worked very well for them. So hopefully today we can certainly try and build that play through the middle of the field.
Beattie to Skirving. Nice ball to Kate Hollywood on the 25. Can go back to Walker if she wants to work it herself. Got a couple to beat. Stick check. She wins the free hit.
Good strength there by Kate Hollywood. Again, the Indians being very physical out here today, more so than what we saw previously. And Kate Hollywood taking that in a stride.
Hudson tries to get it inside the circle. It is going to be India's ball. Just over a minute to half-time. Australia 0, India 0. The gold medal match. The men's gold medal match between Australia and Pakistan. The Kookaburras in action tomorrow here. This is Ladies' Day, and England won bronze earlier. Stolen by Madonna Blythe. Can she get the free hit? She does.
Well played by Madonna Blythe there. She'll be very keen to try and do well with this team today.
Twit across the 25. Kate Hollywood, can she set it up? Gets it inside to Beattie. Ball still alive inside the circle for Australia. Beattie hassling, and it's rolled across the sideline by the Indian defence. Australia maybe one last chance before half-time. Walker, Smith, Beattie to the corner. Tries to take it past Mamta. Stole it back again. Off the Mamta stick. Australia's ball. No, a stick check against Wendy Beattie. So India's ball from their defence. Inside 30 seconds. Hard ball down the side. Really work, although it took some seconds off the clock. Angie Skirving just rockets it back toward the circle. Rajwinder was there. Skirving gets it back. Takes it to the open side to Melanie Twit. Nice reverse stick pass to McGurk. tries to get it towards the circle. McGurk hard against the centre, but it'll be India's ball. So the first half over in this gold medal game between Australia and India. It's Australia 0, India 0. You join us with Australia, a chance to score just outside the circle. Reverse stick shot from Susie Faulkner. It's wide, and it will be Australia's ball from the side. 0-0, 2:35-minute halves in this playoff for gold and silver between Australia and India, and if required, there'll be 2 7.5-minute periods of golden goal extra time if the deadlock needs to be broken. If they don't break it after extra time, it'll go to penalty shootout, and that's what happened in the playoff for bronze. England winning bronze earlier today against New Zealand in a penalty shootout. Susie Faulkner for Australia. Takes it across the halfway. Stolen from her almost by Jasjeet, the 18-year-old. And it'll be Jasjeet, the 18-year-old, leaving it for her teammate, Subhadra, on the side. Sungai, who's been good, but loses it this time. Karen Smith tries to roll it down the side. Stolen back again by Subhadra. Ball played to Surinder. And taken back by Karen Smith. And this is what it's been like for most of the match. It's been tough and hard, and there hasn't been a lot of room to play with. Surinder just smacks it into Smith. Play on, says the umpire. Saba to Jasjeet. Takes it to the corner for India. Searching down the back line, and it's going to be India's ball. Free hit from just outside the circle.
Good work by the Indians there. They'll take their time to certainly set this up, looking for a deflection, Dwayne, or even a penalty corner if they can.
Subhadra inside, and the ball not clear. And it'll be Australia's ball. They get away with that one. Rachel Imerson still in goal. Preferred ahead of Tony Cronk. As we said before, they've been rotating a little bit in this tournament, as they did in the Champions Trophy in Canberra last year, but the local girl has been preferred for both halves. Rachel Imerson, born in New Zealand, but Victorian resident. And this is her home pitch, and she continues to hold that clean sheet.
Well, the physical aspect certainly stays in the game, as you can see out there, Dwayne. As you said, it hasn't necessarily been a pretty game of hockey, but it's been a very physical encounter for both teams. I think particularly the Indians will make sure they keep that physical aspect in the game. They have to have all parts of their game. They know that to certainly beat the Australians here today. They've probably, I think, got the upper hand on the physical aspect at the moment. So it will continue to be a very tight game here.
Sarah Taylor has the ball blocked by Sangai, and blocked illegally. It'll be Australia's free hit. Melanie Twitt wants to take it quickly.
We're just catching the foot of one of the Indian girls just over on this left-hand side of the pitch.
Beck Sanders gets the ball. Sarah Taylor went for the deflection to Susie Faulkner. It didn't work. Jasjeet, the 18-year-old, down the sideline. Coming at her, Nicole Arrold. And the ball across the sideline. Australia's ball. Beck Sanders plays it quickly. Ball knocked away from Beattie, who might steal it back. Just ran over it. And again, Sangai to set it up for India. A gold medal game between Australia and India tomorrow. It'll be the Kookaburras playing in their gold medal playoff against Pakistan. Full house here, bright sunshine, and a beautiful afternoon for those players and fans. Sangai. There's one player they'll have to stop. Arrold, stick check. Nicole Arrold's ball. Plays it quickly. Off Subhadra. Play on, says the umpire. Chance here for Surinder. Takes it to the 25. Free hit for India just outside. Goes to Jasjeet. She comes to the open side. We'll go to the back line and try and put the cross in. Not clear. And it's off the Indian stick. Well, so good bit of work.
Good pressure there by, as you said, Dwayne, by Nicole Arrold. I think Frank Murray at halftime, the message would have been from him, I think, to certainly just be patient in the attack and the build-up. It can be a very one-out game, as we can see here at times. So just be patient, particularly through the midfield and building up the attack. And from a defensive point of view, be aware that India may only have a counter-attack 2 or 3 times in this half. The defenders must be ready at all times, as you would imagine, to be ready for that counter-attack. So it's just really persistence, Dwayne, for the Australian girls, and keep throwing the ball around here.
Sangai Maimam, who's been unstoppable for India so far, takes it to the 25. Tried to hit it inside. Canty rolls it to the side. Surinder just can't get there in time to control it. And it's Australia's ball again. Angie Skirving, his partner Stephen Lambert, the goalkeeper for the Australian men's team, is here with the men's team in the crowd to watch them play. So too Melanie Twitt's partner Matthew Wells, who with those Australian Kookaburras will play off for gold tomorrow. Down the side Rajwinder gets the pass on to Sangai. And away she goes again, Sangai. Being hassled by Harold. Sangai works it back again. Still unstoppable. Rolls the quick pass. Beautiful ball to Mamta. Through a couple. Kim Walker cut it off, but it's going to be a free hit for India.
Well, very skillful move there by Mamta. One of the key things with the Indians is they have very good stick work, Dwayne, and Mamta is certainly leads that from the Indian team with very good stick work from her behalf.
Mamta, the hero from Manchester, who scored the goal that won them gold. Emily Halliday cuts it off and slaps it wide, the West Australian. And Emily Halliday has been very, very solid in defence. Her first Commonwealth Games, playing in 4 Champions trophies, but her first Commonwealth Games, Emily Halliday, after playing in Athens. Good opportunity here for another experienced campaigner. Hudson to Faulkner, back to Hudson, tries to work it around in the circle, back to Faulkner, stolen again. Rajwinder gets it out of the area. Back down the side, Mamta. Nice ball to Saba, and they're away. It's a 2-on-3 here. 2 Indians, 3 Australian defenders. Coming back, Kim Walker. Didn't steal it legally, and it's going to be a penalty corner for India.
Unlucky there from Kim Walker, being given a penalty corner against her for a deliberate infringement outside the circle. Just coming in there, fairly clean tackle, but the umpire feeling there that there was certainly deeming for the penalty corner from the stick check, I think, Dwayne.
A little bit of a hip block too. A little body work used.
You can see the Australian girls are not happy with that, but again, the umpire not having anything to do with it will make them go back and defend another penalty corner.
Danger here for Australia. It'll be pushed outside the circle. It'll be trapped, and then the shot will come. The trap. Now the shot. Ricochets. Angie Skirving on the line. Was there with Rachel Armisen. Skirving scrambles, knocks it clear. You can hear the crowd roar down the sideline. Madonna Blythe, nice ball there. Hudson, she's going to roll it to the 25. She's got a few to beat. She's got some space. Sangai, unstoppable. Takes it out of the fence. Can't get past Madonna Blythe. And India can work it down the side. Canty.
Well, she's played very well for India today, as you would expect. Sangai, as you said, Dwayne, been in the team for a long time. Back in 1998, played in the World Cup for India again. Angie Skirving just putting herself on the line there in deep defence.
Down the sideline, Mamta. And knocked across the sideline by an Australian stick. And again, they play it. Nice ball. Surinder tries to get it inside the circle. Nicole Harold stands solid. And away goes Sarah Taylor. Rolls it wide to Susie Faulkner, who's got some space to use. Faulkner thinks about coming back. Does come back to Kobe McGurk. Ball a little central to Kim Walker. Off the stick to Madonna Blythe. Across the 25. Can she get it inside the circle? She can. Chance here. Sarah Taylor shoots. Faulkner the deflection. Saved by Helen. Not clear Australia's ball.
Well, great chance there by Sarah Taylor. Again, she's had some great opportunities today, Dwayne, and Susie Faulkner just diving in front of the net there to certainly try and put a stick on it, but the Australians still here in their attacking corner.
All the way back from Sarah Taylor to Emily Halliday. Tries to rifle it inside the circle. Had a couple of players free. Nicole Harold now hassling Sangai.
Good tackle.
Gets it off Surinder. And Surinder gets it back again to Saba. Quick ball. Open field ahead of her. It's a 2-on-3 again. 3 Australians, 2 Indian players. So she goes back to Jasjeet. Hassled by Madonna Blythe, who knocks it across the sideline. Madonna Blythe with a hamstring injury in the lead up to this tournament, but she looks okay. The number 12 for the Aussies. And McGurk. A bit of a body check on Jasjeet. Surinder. It's a wide again to Jasjeet. It's off Kobe McGurk's stick. So it's India's ball.
The Australian girls need to be aware here. This is, as we said, India don't get into the attacking area too often. And we'll rely on these sorts of opportunities to look for a penalty corner or a shot at goal.
Asunta just rockets it inside, hoping for a deflection. Ball still alive. Kate Hollywood. Nice defending, Kate Hollywood. All the way back to help out the goalkeeper. Sarah Taylor to Hudson. Rifles it to Susie Faulkner. She can't get there, Susie Faulkner. Had she collected that, would only have had the goalkeeper to beat.
Well, certainly good vision there from Nikki Hudson from the left-hand side of the field. Could see Susie Faulkner had a bit of space there, as we can see from the replay. And Nikki Hudson just trying to get the ball across, just a little bit too far in front for Susie Faulkner. But again, the Australians need to try and work hard, get the people off the ball, particularly as the ball's coming out of defence because of the speed of the game. Really get those numbers to work together so they can build the attack.
Kate Hollywood to take the free hit for Australia. Inside they're attacking 25. Walker gets it inside. It's off high. Chance here for Australia. Penalty corner for Australia.
Well played by the Australians there. Sarah Taylor just inside the circle. The ball being fed to her. And the ball just being raised off the Indian stick there in the Australia's attacking circle, as you can see. So ball being raised by the Indians, which puts it in a dangerous situation, which has now given the Australian girls another penalty corner.
Well, this could be the game-turning moment. The gold medal game, Australia and India, 23 minutes from time.
Frank Murray hoping he's got his hands on his head on the bench.
It's 0-0. Angie Skirving, Nikki Hudson, Susie Faulkner, all wait outside the circle. It'll be trapped by Karen Smith, and then the shot will come. Skirving lines up, shoots, saved. Faulkner was there for the deflection, but it's India's ball.
Just got Susie Faulkner's foot there, Dwayne. So again, just the variation for the Australian girls not quite coming off.
23 minutes from time in this gold medal playoff between Australia and India, and it's still 0-0. Welcome back. 20 minutes to play in this women's gold medal playoff between Australia and England. 2 35-minute halves in hockey, but the way it stands at the moment, we might go to golden goal extra time. If it's still 0-0 at the end of full time, there'll be 2 7.5-minute periods of extra time, and the first scorer will win. And if the deadlock is still not broken, we will go to penalties. The winner of the last 2 Commonwealth Games gold medals in Manchester and Kuala Lumpur, the only 2 Commonwealth Games to have hockey. And Australia having won in Kuala Lumpur, and India having won in Manchester, and they're playing like the last 2 champions certainly would. Playing with determination, with plenty to lose, but plenty to win. Smith back to Sanders. Australia in the green and gold, as you would expect. India in the blue. Works it back to Halliday. The West Australian gets it wide to McGurk. 2 West Australian players combining to Sanders. Rolls it down the side. Nice ball to Smith. Now Beattie tries to get it inside the circle. A block. Free hit for Australia to Walker. Tries to get it a little wider. Looking for Susie Faulkner or Kate Hollywood. Ball comes back to Halliday.
Same guys again, Dwayne. She's played a great game for India today. Number 14, really stepping up to the occasion, as you would expect from their experienced players.
The 18-year-old Jasjeet to Mamta. And she was unable to control it, but it was stopped by an Australian foot. Free hit for India. Just outside, they're attacking 25. So for a score to count, it must come off an attacking team stick inside the scoring circle. Looking for a deflection. Saba got the deflection. It was over the crossbar. And Rachel Emerson not forced to make a save. Australia's ball.
Well, Santa again, just that deceptive pass, as you can see, going to the right of the goal there, and the ball just going over the top. But I tell you what, Jasjeet is just sitting, number 11, on her own in the back left corner, Dwayne. So the Australian defenders need to pay a bit more attention of those deep attackers who are just lingering around the goal, just hoping for one of those balls to come through.
Madonna Blythe with the free hit down the side. Nikki Hudson. McGurk to take the free hit. It's knocked across the sideline away from Hudson. McGurk tries to rocket it inside the circle, and it's Australia's ball again from the side. Well,
they'll be sensing the time, the Australians. There's not a doubt about that, but they need to stay patient here. There's still plenty of time for them to create the opportunities here that they need.
Kim Walker hassling for it just outside the circle. Chance here for Australia. Rolls it inside. Madonna Blythe. Can she get a shot away? No. And it's a penalty corner for Australia.
Great work there by Madonna Blythe. Working hard, just not making sure the ball came out of the circle there without a return. And the Australian girls just winning another penalty corner, as you can see here. And just a third man obstruction given there. So Australia will go for another penalty corner. They have tried a number of variations, Dwayne, but Emily Halliday has stepped up for the strike.
So Halliday, Hudson and Blythe are waiting for it here. Louise Dobson predicting it'll be Halliday to have this shot. Helen in goal for India. Needs to be trapped outside and then rolled back in. It's trapped, it's rolled. Halliday shoots, saved, secondary shot, Blythe saved again, and hacked clear. And Massara takes it for India. Across halfway they travel. A quick counter-attack, although Sarita unable to control it for India. It'll be Halliday's ball.
It was so close there. Emily Halliday taking the shot there, and Madonna Blythe just diving to try and get a stick on it. But again, the Indians working that ball out and not allowing the Australians an opportunity to jump on any free balls inside their attacking circle.
Melanie Twitter ricochets to Beattie. Can she control it? She has it knocked away. And again, the Indian defence stands solid. Surinder. The Jasjeet. Surinder runs on. Ball knocked away from Jasjeet. She was looking for a pass. Took her eye off the ball and it was stolen by Nikki Harrell. Nice play. Nikki Harrell copped one in the leg. Thought about playing it quickly to Taylor. Goes to the other side. Nice ball. Madonna Blythe takes it to the corner. Can she get the cross in? Candy is with her. Candy steals it from her. Keeps it in the corner. Tries to hack it outside the defensive area. Australia can reset. Angie Skirving thinks about going back to the corner. Takes it across the 25 herself. Nice ball, Madonna Blythe. Now Beattie. Trapped. Do they get the penalty corner? They get a ball from the side. And it'll be India to take it.
Frank Murray just looking ever so nervous, I would say, Dwayne, on the bench there. But again, knowing his girls are just pushing as hard as they can here in their attacking area, just hoping to try and work it forward into the circle and continue to create the opportunities for them.
This is Surinder. Once you're down the sideline, as we said, the hero in their semi-final victory over New Zealand, Surinder. She scored the goal to break the deadlock with just 8 minutes remaining. She'd be hoping to do the same here and be the hero in this one, Surinder. She takes it to the corner, plays it nicely, keeps control of it, tries for the cross. It's into Nicole Harrell. Magnificent piece of work by Surinder. And she'll leave it for Mamta to take the free hit. And Mamta will leave it for Candy.
Surprised that they haven't got Mamta in there. She's one of their best scorers. So
Mamta inside the circle, hoping for a deflection across the face. And it'll be Australia's ball.
Yeah, just off the foot of one of the Indian girls. Oh, no.
No, India get it. Asunta goes to the corner. And once again, Jasjeet trying to get it past a couple of Australians. Sarah Taylor was there. And it's going to be a free hit for India just outside the circle. Danger here for Australia. 14 minutes remaining in this gold medal playoff.
Well, Surinder's just free on the right-hand post, Dwayne. No one on her, so the Australians need to mark up very closely here.
She might go for the deflection. The 19-year-old Subhadra plays it in. Australia with numbers there. Susie Faulkner tries to smash it out of the area. Smashed it into the back of Rajwinder. Play on. Nice ball from Beattie. Sarah Taylor hasn't got a lot to go to, has to hold it up. Now takes it to the corner. Still no pass options for her. Stolen from her. Beautiful piece of work by Subhadra. And the young 19-year-old, solid in defence. These Indians have been the whole game. Still a clean sheet. 0-0. Beck Sanders rolls it back to the attacking 25. Once again, Subhadra in the way. No stick check on Sangai. Play allowed to continue. Sangai again. Now the stick check. Australia's ball. Beck Sanders plays it to Susie Faulkner quickly. Faulkner to the corner. Inside the circle. Along the back line. Goes for the deflection. Penalty corner for Australia.
Well, great work there by Susie Faulkner. Number 2 for Australia. Just working the ball in very well there. And as we can see here, just working very hard. And just catching the defender's foot there. Karen Smith, number 3 for Australia, always in there as well. So Australia, another chance, Dwayne. Certainly had their opportunities, but again, they will line up for another penalty corner.
So would you go with Angie Skirving to have the shot?
I'm tipping Angie Skirving for a fling here.
Okay. So Nicole Harrell will be the pusher. It'll be trapped by Karen Smith, and Angie Skirving or Madonna Blythe will take the shot. It's one of the Indians breaking too quickly. She'll be spoken to. You're not allowed to break from the goal line until the ball has been played.
Jasjeet very keen to get out. She's a very quick runner too as well, so she'll be putting a lot of pressure on Angie nice and early.
5 defenders allowed behind the goal line, including the goalkeeper. So the push comes again. Trapped.
Second break.
And a second break, so there might be a card
here. This can be quite off-putting for the Australian girls, Dwayne, at the same time. With regards to the opposition breaking, they can lose a little bit of momentum, but they've just regrouped at the top of the circle just to stay focused.
Well, for Australia, this is the biggest moment of the tournament. It's their 6th game. They've got a penalty corner. They normally convert 1 in every 3 or 4 of these. They need to convert here. Hit the lead inside 12 minutes. A chance for goal. Skirving hits it, shoots it, saved by Helen.
Great save by Helen, the goalkeeper for India again. Angie Skirving going into the fling as we would expect her to.
Harold working down the back line. Susie Faulkner got a stick in there. And it's going to be India's ball. So inside 12 minutes to full time. And it's still Australia 0, India 0. Gold medal game between Australia and India, all locked away at 0-0. It is still locked away after the completion of this 35-minute half. We'll get golden goal extra time, but it's really golden goal 10 minutes now. This is the first team to score might win it. Saved on the line. Show the chance. Back click. Iverson in the way. Still a chance here. Australia clear it. Rachel Iverson stands strong and the crowd rise.
Oh, she loves these occasions, Dwayne, don't doubt that. Rachel Iverson playing very well there, making the save and then having to make the second save as she's retreating from the goal from Georgie.
Nikki Hudson takes it across halfway. Australia looking for the quick counter-attack. She's got Susie Faulkner wide. Can't find her with the pass. Cut off by Surinder. Jasjeet, one of those players who's been unstoppable again this afternoon. And the ball across the side, it'll be India's ball. Gee,
they've played well, the Indians, Dwayne. They've got the experience of playing in the gold medal games, and they only just beat England 4 years ago in Manchester. So they are used to these pressure situations in gold medal games, and certainly playing very well today. Just the whole group, I think, really consistently playing very well for India.
These two teams met earlier in the tournament. Australia won 4-2, but they were down 2-1 in that game. So they came from behind to win it. The last time before that these two teams met, it was a draw and it went to penalties. It might go to penalties here. Hollywood inside the attacking 25, but not for long. They work it around Subhadra. Gee, they're calm. They're not just rifling out of the area, they're trying to set it up. And it'll be Australia's ball.
I think the ball handling that India are showing today is probably a little bit better than what the Australians are doing. Their ball handling hasn't been great, Dwayne, and just the basics need to be improved during these next 8 or 9 minutes. Fatigue certainly will start to play a bit of a part. It is very hot out there, and as we said earlier, you just need to keep throwing the ball around. Let the ball do the work rather than trying to actually run and keep up with them.
0-0, inside 9 minutes to full time. Gold medal match, Australia versus India. The Kookaburras, the Australian men's team, will play for gold against Pakistan tomorrow. So the Australian hockey team's looking for the golden double. Nice ball by Madonna Blythe to Sarah Taylor, who works into the 25, gets it in. Deflection! Score from Nikki Hudson! Nikki Hudson gives Australia the lead. 8 minutes from time. What a ball!
Sarah Taylor, what an absolute fantastic play from her. She has run back to Rachel Iverson in the deep defence in the soccer way, Dwayne, as they do. And Nikki Hudson just getting the deflection into the top right-hand corner there. Great pass from Sarah Taylor. And Nikki Hudson down on her knees, putting that ball away for the Australian girls. Just diving as she does at training all the time. And Frank Murray loving every minute of that.
Nikki Hudson, what a superstar she's been. Her 239th international for Australia. She won gold in Sydney with the Aussies. She was the leading goal scorer there in that tournament at that Olympic Games in Sydney, scoring 6 times. Well, she's just scored her 5th goal here for this tournament, and Australia lead 1-0. They're on track for gold, 7 minutes away, and it's India's ball outside the circle, and they can sense it at the moment, India. They need to get a wriggle on. Canty rolls it to the 25. They've been good, India. They've been gallant. They've been magnificent, but they haven't been able to translate it to the scoreboard.
Well, the Australians just need to continue to saturate the pressure that the Indians are putting them under, Dwayne, and we'll see plenty of that in the next 5 minutes from this Indian team. They know that they have to work hard here to try and get back on the board.
Mamta, and Australia will have to work hard in defence. Mamta takes it to the circle, and it's going to be India's ball. Big full house here, not a spare seat, and didn't they rise? And they'll rise here if Australia can defend it. It's off a foot, free hit for India, just outside the circle. Rachel Iverson in goal. Just needs to keep this clean sheet for another 6.5 minutes. The Victorian in goal for Australia. Asunta puts it in there. Wait for the deflection.
Well done.
Rocketed clear by Karen Smith. And she stands strong, Karen Smith. She said she goes into games nervous every time, but nerves mean you care. She would have been nervous here, but once
Great
again, the
steal,
Australians
Susie Faulkner.
using the nervous energy to their advantage. Susie Faulkner got 3 to beat, wins the free hit. Here's Karen Smith, wide to Taylor. Can they get another one, Australia, and put it beyond doubt? Madonna Blythe to the attacking 25, knocked away, still fighting for it, Blythe. And it's knocked across the sideline by Subhadra.
Well, the crowd have really lifted, as you said, Dwayne. Now they sense these Australian girls with 5.5 minutes to go are very close to claiming another gold medal here. So
Sarah Taylor tries to get it inside the circle. It's off a foot. Madonna Blythe to take it to Taylor down the sideline, hoping for Susie Faulkner. But again, the Indians getting defenders back, and it's rolled across.
still a long corner here for the Australians. Good pressure by Sarah Taylor, number 30 for Australia, just off the ball there inside the circle.
Harold and Blythe share it. Harold down the back line, off her stick. In fact, off an Indian stick, so another long corner for Australia. 5 minutes from time. Australia 1, India 0 in this gold medal playoff. The men to play off for gold tomorrow, the Kookaburras, and they're all here watching. And it's McGurk to take it from the side. Plays it back to Emily Halliday. Sensational tournament she's had. Skirving works it wide. Karen Smith. Back to Skirving. Time on Australia's side now. Smith, Walker, the Tasmanian Kim Walker. Mum and Dad, Edith and Lance, part of the crowd here. Ball to the back and unable to control it, Sarah Taylor, who, what a story it would be for her. Her first Commonwealth Games at number 30. She missed the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester when she had a stress fracture of her foot, and then she fractured her foot defending a penalty corner for Australia against Spain 1 week away from the Athens Olympics. She was on her way to Athens. She couldn't play, and she had to go home and watch her teammates play instead.
Well, she's playing in a very new spot for her in these last few tournaments for Australia, Dwayne. She usually plays as a halfback. Frank Murray has seen her more as a midfielder and also up on the striker line as well as she gets the ball again. So great work for her, and as you said, just a wonderful story that's come out of it for Sarah Taylor.
Becky Hudson, another wonderful story, overcame a knee reconstruction to bounce back to the big time in international hockey. And her goal might win gold for Australia. Reverse stick shot across the face, deflected wide. And it will be Australia's ball here. And just having a chat to see whose it is. It's India's ball.
16-yard hit, so the Indians will have the free hit again.
They can bring it as much as 16 yards from the back line. Australia 3.5 minutes from gold. India need a goal to take it to golden goal extra time. They've got 3 minutes to get one and take us to extra time. And one of their stars, Sangai Mamam, to Jasjeet, back to Sangai. Across halfway, Kim Walker. She steals it back, the Tasmanian. Karen Smith, Melanie Twitt, her partner in the stand to play for gold for Australia tomorrow. Back to Hudson, takes it to the corner. Time's on Australia's side now. Nikki Hudson eats up some seconds and wins the free hit inside 3 minutes to full time. Nikki Hudson, Karen Smith with her. Karen Smith, her older sister and the boys next door were lovers of hockey. Her uncle was a coach, made her take up the sport, but didn't make her, but inspired her to take it up. And she'd be pretty happy with the way things are transpiring, Karen Smith. Just outside the circle. She works it back to Hudson, Karen Smith.
Nikki Hudson, just as you can see there, just trying to waste some time for Australia, just to try and run the clock down a little bit.
Kim Walker half-tripped. It's her first Commonwealth Games as well, Kim Walker. And she's got it here. The Tasmanian rolls it back to Hudson, just eating up the seconds. 2 minutes from gold, Australia. Hudson to the corner. She might be the hero. She scored the goal to break the deadlock. And again, they work it in the corner. Smith has it taken away, and Canty slaps it clear. It's Australia's ball.
The Australians will take their time here to get the ball back onto the field. They're very aware of the clock, as you can see. And our Australian defenders just marking up in deep defence to make sure if the ball does come out, that they've certainly got everybody covered. That's what
Karen Smith hassling some guy. And it's a free hit for Australia. Smith to Hudson again. They keep it in the corner. And they keep it there. And keep it there. as the crowd count down the seconds. 70 seconds from gold, Australia.
Frank Murray very tense there on the bench there, Dwayne.
As you are, Louise. Still Australia keep it in the corner, and it's a free hit for India.
Here, the Indians.
Inside a minute from time. They've got a minute to score a goal and take it to golden goal extra time. Saba down the side. 3 Australians with her. And she wins the free hit.
You notice all the Australians getting behind the ball as you would expect. You want everybody behind the ball at this stage, Dwayne.
Hudson steals it back again. It's Australia's ball. And they just hack it long and let some more seconds tick by. 30 seconds from gold, Australia. And India know it. Their chances are slipping away, India. They might have to settle for silver. Sangai.
Great work.
Sarah Taylor's with her. And it's Australia's free hit, and that might do it. Walker wide. Melanie Twitt rolls it down the side. The crowd count down the seconds. Melanie Twitt takes it to the corner. It's Australia's free hit. It's Australia's gold.
Great work by the Hockeyroos. Nikki Hudson, co-captain with Melanie Twitt, the arms in the air. And they're all out on the field, Dwayne. They're absolutely loving this, the Australian girls, as you would expect. And Nikki Arrow down on her knees, sliding across the pitch there. The pure, just elation amongst the girls, as you can see there. Only 3 girls from this group, Dwayne, that won gold in 1998. And Sarah Taylor just embracing Coach Frank Murray there. She's had an absolutely marvellous tournament here. Really fought hard to get back into this team and thoroughly deserved this win by the Hockeyroos.
Australian coach Frank Murray with the girls. They were the gold medal favourites coming into this tournament. And there's Mr. John Howard, the Prime Minister, and his wife Jeanette in the stand. He's got to go down and give them a kiss. He can't discriminate between the basketball girls and the hockey girls, surely.
Well, maybe Mrs. Howard, as the patron of this team, will certainly show her face.
She can kiss the boys tomorrow when they win gold.
No, it's fantastic to see them out there. They've worked very hard, this group, with the new coach Frank Murray. They finished second at the Champions Trophy late last year. They wanted this one badly this time, Dwayne. They missed the opportunity in Manchester 4 years ago where they won a bronze medal, but in front of their home crowd. Most of the families are here and certainly relish this opportunity, as you can see out here today.
And there's Sarah Taylor on screen, who, as we said, her brother Ben and Uncle Ron both played international hockey for Australia. She's had some bad luck, Sarah Taylor, over time, missing the Commonwealth Games in Manchester with a stress fracture, and then the week before Athens, having another foot problem, a fractured foot, defending a penalty corner against Spain, and she had to take the plane home from Athens, couldn't take part at the Olympics. There's so many great stories in this Australian team, and Frank Murray goes down with them.
He has. He's just got his troops there in the middle. I'd say just congratulating them on certainly the work that they've done in this tournament, and just a nice quiet word. And we can see the Indian players just very despondent in their dugout there, but they played the game of their life today, Dwayne. They had their opportunities to certainly put one away, and they will relish from this experience, the Indian team. They're certainly a team to watch out for in the lead up to Beijing over the next few years.
It's an amazing contrast. You see the Indians there. We saw the jubilation earlier today when England, their girls, won bronze. They were jubilant. They were dancing, and yet here we have the Indian team. They have to settle for silver, but they're distraught. And there's their coach. He was a gold medalist in 1980. And the Australian team head to the crowd. And Nikki Hudson, the goal scorer, climbs into the grandstand. Up she goes, Nikki Hudson. And I presume that's Ian Jennings, the former Great Britain coach that she's hugging there.
No, that's her partner, Ian Jennings, who's certainly done a lot of work with Nikki. As you said regarding earlier, Dwayne, a great story from Nikki, who missed the Champions Trophy in 2003 through knee injury. Has worked very hard to get back, along with Angie Skirving, who also did her knee in the Champions Trophy in 2003, and very much leader of this team. But as we said, we can see the Indian girls here. You know, they worked so well today, and I think just really grew over the last 10 or 12 days of this tournament, Dwayne, to come up against the Australians as they did today. They had their opportunities, not a doubt about that. But as you would expect, the Australian team, just the experience and the composure that they had, and just putting that goal away from Nikki Hudson, which was a fantastic goal.
Saw Kate Hollywood there, the youngest player in this Australian team, just 19 years of age, turns 20 in May. just out of Kirrawee High School, promoted from the Gillaroos last year, and she's got a little bit of artificial turf at home. Her dad and her brothers were hockey lovers, and she's been able to win gold here as just a 19-year-old player. We're going to see a lot of Kate Hollywood in the future. And there's Emily Halliday, and Rachel Imeson on her home pitch, the goalkeeper for Australia, kept another clean sheet from the VIS Vipers, the former springboard diver. We saw the springboard divers earlier today playing for their opportunity for gold. And
that's the video analysis. Ian Hicks there certainly getting in on the party with the girls down on the bench, and
the other goalkeeper, Tony Cronk, there just as happy, even though she wasn't in goal today. So Australia's women win gold, the first half of maybe a gold double for Australian hockey, with the men to play in the gold medal game tomorrow against Pakistan. Australia gold, India silver, Australia 1-0 in the final.
That takes Australia to gold. Delight all around as there ought to be. They've been the dominant team throughout the tournament. They beat India 4-2 right at the start of the tournament, having been 2-1 down, it has to be said. So they've shown a bit of fibre as well as plenty of talent. And while we're on the subject of gifted girls, we met Toowoomba's squash-playing Grinham sisters in the gold medal match in the women's singles of the squash. That time, of course, Natalie, somewhat surprisingly.
You've done just about everything in this sport, but today must have been a huge thrill.
Oh, today was absolutely fantastic. And to play a Commonwealth Games at home in a gold medal match and to win the game is like something I haven't experienced in Sydney. And I'm so proud of how my girls played, and it was just a wonderful thing. And we're sure to remember this win always in our hearts, I think, for the rest of our lives.
The celebrations were massive at full time. Sarah, what were you thinking?
I was just ecstatic. It was a very close game, and to be able to win in the last couple of minutes was just great, and it's so good for the girls with a new group that it's our first kind of major win, so it's just fantastic.
Nick, it was a very tight game, wasn't it? They were very physical and their defence was great.
India are a fantastic team, and I think although they're only ranked 13th in the world at the moment, I think they're certainly in the top 10, and they will be a team to watch in the future. They're a great team.
Yeah, you couldn't crack them from the penalty corners. In the end, what was the difference? Just staying calm and relying on your stick work?
Yeah, I think probably a positive thing for us was we didn't panic, because we had a lot of the play in the circle and we just couldn't get through, but we just stuck to our basics, and we knew it'd eventually come if we didn't panic, so it was a real positive for us.
Now, you girls didn't know it, but we saw the PM and his wife turn up, so we knew the gold was in the bag. Did you get a kiss?
Oh, no, but we'll be looking for one, definitely.
Oh, you haven't chatted to him yet?
No, we haven't seen him yet, but yeah, all the girls will be lining up, I'm sure.
Don't worry, he'll be around, that's for sure. Well, congratulations, just a fabulous effort. Another Commonwealth gold. I know it's your third Commonwealth Games, and Sarah, just finally for you, having missed both those games, having missed Athens and missed Manchester, what are you feeling right now?
I'm just really happy. There's definitely some disappointments in sport, and I was pretty close to quitting, but I'm glad I didn't, because I know I'd be letting myself down, and who can turn down the opportunity to represent your country? And I'm glad that I have the support of friends and family that keeps you going, and look what I'd be missing if I didn't keep going, so just very happy.
Okay, girls, congratulations. Go and grab your gold medals. Fantastic victory. Well done. Okay, it's another Super Saturday here at the Commonwealth Games. We'll go to a break and be back with more afterwards.
Nikki Hudson, co-captain with Melanie Twitt, the arms in the air, and they're all out on the field, Dwayne. They're absolutely loving this, the Australian girls, as you would expect.